What's up, Bursco fam? Summer is officially here. And you know what that means? The drama for The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3 is already completely off the charts. The wait has felt like an actual eternity, but it is finally time to go back to Cousins Beach for the last time and break it all down.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and get right to it. This is the question, right? The one that has split this fandom right down the middle for years. Are you Team Conrad or are you Team Jeremiah? This is it, folks. The final season. Belly is making her choice once and for all. The battle lines are drawn, and this explainer, it's going to give you all the ammunition you need, no matter whose corner you're in.
So I hope you've got your popcorn ready, maybe some tissues, because we are unpacking everything. We're going to cover the official plot details, then we'll dive into the shocking, and I mean shocking ways the show is changing things up from the book. We're going to meet the new characters who are about to stir the pot, and then, oh yeah, we're wading into the wildest fan theories blowing up the internet. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. Before we spiral into all the theories and speculation, let's just cover what we know for sure. These are the official, confirmed facts about Season 3.
So Prime Video dropped the official synopsis, and it really lays the stakes out perfectly. You got to pay attention to the keywords here. Brink of adulthood and crossroads. They're not playing around. This makes it so clear that the childhood games are over. This isn't just another summer crush. This is the end game.
And you're not going to want to miss a single second of it. Mark your calendars, because the season kicks off with a 2-episode premiere on July 16th. After that, it's a new episode every single Wednesday, building up to the massive series finale on September 17th. Seriously, set your reminders now. This is appointment television for sure. All right. Now, to all my fellow book readers out there, you might want to take a seat for this part. Because if you think you know how this all ends just because you've read We'll Always Have Summer, think again. The show isn't just making a few tweaks. In some ways, it feels like they're ripping the pages right out of the book.
Just look at how massive these changes are. The book, it has a 2-year time jump. The show, they're doubling it to 4 years. That's huge. It completely changes the dynamic, especially for Jeremiah's cheating storyline. It happens way later, which, makes it feel like a much deeper betrayal. And don't even get me started on Steven and Taylor. They were a minor subplot in the book, but the show is giving them a full-blown romantic arc, complete with a car crash. These are foundational shifts that could change the entire outcome.
And if you need any more proof that things are going to be different, this comes from the author, Jenny Han herself. She's literally warning book fans that even your beloved moments might get twisted or not happen how you think they will. That's huge. It basically means all bets are off. No one is safe. Nothing is guaranteed.
So, as if the Fisher brothers' love triangle wasn't already dramatic enough, Season 3 is just tossing a whole bunch of new people into the mix to stir things up. Okay, wow, that is a lot of new faces. A few to keep your eye on. Lacey Barone, if you've read the books, you know exactly who that is and what that means. Then you have Jeremiah's frat brother Redbird and Conrad's friend Agnes. You just know they're going to pull the brothers in opposite directions. And who in the world is Emma Eshta playing? Her role is a complete mystery. That is a ton of new energy that is going to cause some serious chaos. But let's zoom in on one character who is totally new, like completely original to the show, Denise. She's not in the books at all, and she's being set up as Steven's rival at work. You already know that's going to create some major tension, not just at the office, but it's totally going to complicate his relationship with Taylor, too. The actress Isabella Briggs described her character, and the key phrase here is a bit of a sardonic edge. A sardonic edge paired up against Steven? Oh yeah, we are in for some sharp, witty, and probably super fiery arguments. I cannot wait to see those sparks fly. Okay. We've covered the facts. We've covered what's confirmed. Now let's dive into the really fun stuff, the wild, wonderful, and sometimes unhinged world of fan theories. The internet is going absolutely nuts trying to predict what's next. And the reactions online are, well, they're messy, to say the least. If you look at the chatter on Reddit, the fandom is just completely divided. But what's really wild is that the biggest group, at 30%, is now Team Neither. People who think both brothers are wrong for Belly. That just shows you how complicated and polarizing this whole thing has become.
Yeah, one of the biggest talking points lighting up the forums is the central dilemma itself. This user gets right to it, talking about the ickiness of the situation. And you know what? It's a real sticking point for a lot of viewers who are just wondering how this family can ever recover, no matter who Belly ends up with.
And with Jenny Han promising these big changes, fans are getting nervous. This comment basically sums up a huge fear in the fandom. What if the big twist is that Belly chooses herself? After years of this epic Team Conrad versus Team Jeremiah war, the thought that neither of them wins? That is not sitting well with a lot of people.
But of all the theories swirling around out there, there is one that is gaining so much steam it could literally change everything. The question that everyone is starting to ask is Taylor pregnant?
Okay, so where is this even coming from? Well, some people have broken down the clues, and it's surprisingly convincing. Think about it. Her weirdly quiet reaction when Belly announced her engagement, that super awkward pause with her mom when they were talking about the future, the fact that she's been so moody and hungry, and some eagle-eyed fans have even noticed some suspicious camera shots focusing on her stomach. It all leads to the biggest clue. What if the wedding that's being teased isn't Belly's, but Taylor and Steven's? The evidence is definitely piling up.
So, where does all this drama, all these changes, and all these wild theories leave us? Let's bring it back to reality and look at what we know is coming up next.
The next absolutely massive moment of the season is Episode 5. For the book fans, you already know why this number is so important. And for anyone who is on Team Conrad, this is the episode you have been waiting for since day one of this show.
That's right, because Episode 5 is the Conrad point of view episode. For the first time in the entire series, we are breaking away from Belly's narration to get inside Conrad Fisher's head. After everything that's gone down, finally hearing his unfiltered thoughts on this whole mess, it's going to be an absolute game changer.
And the last episode set this up perfectly. Remember, right as Conrad is hugging Belly, we hear his inner voice for the very first time, and he asks himself that heartbreaking question, what have I done? That single line just sets the stage for an entire episode of his side of the story, and I'm sure some massive revelations.
So it all comes down to this, the final choice. Will Belly choose that messy, complicated, but undeniable infinity that she shares with Conrad? Or, with all of these changes and twists, is this final summer barreling towards a future that absolutely no one, not even the book readers, could have possibly seen coming?
But I want to know what you think is going to happen. Is that Taylor pregnancy theory legit? And who do you think Belly will choose in the end? Drop all of your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this explainer, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives from us here at Burstscope.